Did you know that every time you pronounce a tone wrong in Chinese, an angel loses its wings? Actually, an angel probably doesn't lose its wings, but still, nobody who isn't your teacher will understand what you're saying. This is because a tone error in Chinese is almost as bad as a vowel error in English. Imagine, for example, that you're working at Hot Topic and somebody walks up to you and says, "I'm looking for sex." Could you figure out in the moment that this person doesn't want to have sex with you and is actually just looking for socks? This example should make it clear just how critical it is to speak Chinese with consistently accurate
Common
tones.
pronunciation errors in Mandarin Chinese. Third tone
With that in
sounding.
mind, let's quickly go over some common difficulties new learners have with tones. The first, second, and fourth tone are the most straightforward since they sound the same for every situation. The first tone is high and sounds like ma. The second tone is rising and sounds like ma. And the fourth tone is falling and sounds like ma. Altogether, you have ma, ma, ma. However, the third tone exhibits something called tone sandy, which is a complicated term that means it changes depending on the sounds around it. When isolated, the third tone is a dipping sound, like ma. However, in connected speech, the third tone is not the same. Two third tones in a row sound like a rising tone into a low tone. Ni hao. In this case, the rising tone is almost identical to the second tone. If the third tone is in connected speech but not next to another third tone, the sound is a low tone. 喜欢. Aside from tone problems, many new learners may struggle to produce the sounds of Chinese consonants and vowels. Even though Pinyin uses the Latin alphabet, many letters are pronounced completely different from how they sound in English. So here's one more topic I will
Common
cover.
pronunciation errors in Mandarin Chinese. Voiced retroflex
This Pinyin
fricative.
syllable is a major stumbling block for native English speakers. For example, how would you say this word in Chinese?
Ribbon.
It's actually 日本. The RI noise in IPA is called the voiced retroflex fricative, and it's actually one noise, even though it is represented by two letters. To make this noise, think of the S in the English word pleasure. If you're a native English speaker, your tongue is about here inside your mouth. Now, curl your tongue back or just have it go more backwards to the retroflex position and try the same noise. That's the noise that you need to say 日本. While there are undoubtedly more topics to cover in the world of Chinese phonology and phonetics that can enhance your pronunciation, I'm afraid I'm all out of time. Though, a final tip for new learners: if you have nobody around to give feedback on your pronunciation, try speaking into the Google Translate voice-to-text feature and see if it correctly detects what you're trying to say.
小红书